Hey guys, I was actually going to tweet this out, but I was like, okay, the way that I'm tweeting, it goes two different ways. I'm not even going to go there, but when I start tweeting to a song, like I need it to be an extended version, like for what I don't think it's that serious actually. This is my point. I'm trying to figure something out. So if you guys take a look back, whoever's been following this thing, right? I want to clarify something because I feel like I need to actually say this. So this is the thing. I'm trying to figure out how did it go first. They stay called. I will tell you this because I don't know where I am with this or where they are with it, right? So this is one of my ex friends. She calls me up frantically and she says, I need you to. She said, can you tell me about this guy, some car salesman out of Georgia? Can you read the tarot cards and tell me? And I wasn't really into tarot, right? So like it's not like I was like, well, I went off intuition. I was like, whatever. I didn't go and I didn't do any research on it. Just a boom 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 boom, right? Because at that point it wasn't that serious for me. Now as I'm circling back to this whole thing, after that I get another call from this girl again, based because I know her, right? Frantic. She was asking me, I need to know something about some hedonism club somewhere. I said, do you know what hedonism is? Or no, what she said, do you like hedonism or something? I was like, well, I said I know what it is. I don't rock like that. I'm not that's not my thing, right? It could be going on somewhere, but I wouldn't know it because I'm so focused on what I do that can be spoken to my character literally anywhere. Like when I'm out partying or having a good time, right? There's certain places I just ain't gonna go, and I mean that in every sense of the word. So I knew something was up with that. I leave it be. In addition to that, I go years back with these conversations with this girl and how frantic her voice was, and I'm equating it back to other times where we were actual friends, right? Where something was going on in her life. I know something went down with some dude in the backyard. It was a snowstorm, and I want to address that piece of things too. I'll do that at some other point. Snowstorms, believe me, honey. When I tell you, I don't know if you guys because I don't know what crowd is listening. Like I feel like my page is 18 and over, right, on YouTube, but somehow these kids got hold of me. They're the funniest things. They're so cute, and I realize it. So I'm whatever, it's cool, right? Um, so I don't know. It's something up with this whole thing. But the snowstorms, that's don't worry about that. We good. Child, listen, okay, listen. So we good with that. Anyway. I don't know, but the other piece to it is with this girl and these frantic phone calls. I go back and I'm like, okay, this girl has never called me for a birthday. This girl has never this, that, the other thing. I had a list of stuff, but I don't keep lists like that. I don't think about stuff like that until I need to. Later on, after that, I get a call. Now, mind you, all my brothers, like everybody in the world, always had my phone number. It was like never a big deal, right? And again, I didn't know how known I was because they were suppressing it, right? And to me, it's obvious to the world. But in terms of who actually did it, all right, in terms of these phone calls, there's one group of people. They called up and said, "What did they say? You like reading stories? No, you like telling old people stories." I was like, "Okay, yeah." No big deal. I love old people, so I like telling them stories. I don't no problem. And this girl, the same girl that I'm talking about, like every day she would call me up, tell me about this, the website. Da, da. I was like, okay, whatever. So I'm just telling her interesting stories about my twist on a story, because that's what I do. Like I said, I've been doing this a very, very long time. Now it may come across as if there is no professionalism, but as you get to know me, you'll know when I'm being serious and when I'm not. So this whole thing is really it's all over the internet in terms of the way things are being done. So it's up to you to decipher when is Wacky Mo being serious and when is she not. And I would challenge you to do that with yourselves also. The next call that came in after that, right, were little subtle calls like Aunt Rosamay and them, stop reading those cards. Then I got another group of people, you keep reading them cards. So I know somebody's making money off me. Because one group is telling me, stop. The other one is, go. Now, my daddy told me to go. And at the end of the day, it's God and my daddy that always had the final word. Okay? My daddy told me to go. And that's what I did. And I kept going. So that's what that's about, if anybody's wondering. All right? But I could tell you this, I don't know what this is about. I got a feeling I understand, and that's also spoken to on the tarot page, right? So this is all literally all intelligence that I'm going by. I got a group of people. I'm pretty sure, as a kid, you don't know who you're talking to. You just know some old guy that's always there chilling with you, talking to you, whatever, and you keeping them company, something like that. They cool with you, And I told you, as you get older, they give you pretty dolls and all. And at some point, you stop responding to this nonsense, right? You're like, okay, there's something wrong with this. But like I said, I got one group telling me go and the other one telling me no. So I don't know who these people are. But I know that my daddy told me to keep going, so that's what I'm going to do. And whatever he told me to keep going for is trapping somebody up. But he already told me, he told me enough that I need to know. So I'm going to just sit. I'm going to keep working in the background. I want to address another thing, I guess, while I'm here, because I don't want to keep putting out these separate videos. Let me just do this, okay? So those groups taken care of. But my point is, we got two groups duking it out, whatever that's about. I don't know what the fight is about. I have no idea. At the end of the day, like I said, the type of environment that we are in, I want what I want, right? And the people that rocked with me the whole time, right? The nights that I was crying because my parents took off or whatever happened here, those are the people, like I said, okay? The meek shall inherit the earth. That's the way I look at it. That's where we are. Unfortunately, sometimes family members do stuff and, they can't see the bigger picture. All they see is selling you off and selling your talents off. Like, oh, yeah, she's pretty. And I'm pretty confident that's where that thing came from, because I could tell you the whole thing. I did. I didn't go into, great detail, but I can tell you from A to Z how it all happened. And I can tell you when the money started rolling in, too. And I can also tell you, by looking at what I see out here, I can tell you what kind of land or stock land this is. Stock storage this is. I can tell you that. I can tell, literally, I can tell you, I can. So, the point of the show, at some point, we all knew that people were going to find out da-da-da. But the magic of it all is you seeing this stuff play out online, right? And then you see 21 pop up looking like a dirty cop that you probably went to school with, right? Stuff like that. That's what really keeps it interesting. You got the locals talking, yo, that's really happened. Yo, I remember that dude. They remember a bunch of stuff. So it keeps us, we popping down here, right? We about to be. But I know what I want. Man, it is what it is. No. It's crazy. So I'm working. I am working. I'm just trying to get what I don't know what's happening. I know what's happening, but I don't really know, because there's something. I don't know what, I'm not going to speak to something that I don't know. But we got the winters covered. We got the two groups covered. What else do I want to address with you guys? I forgot the last thing, because I don't even know what time it is. But I did get some sleep. I got a lot of sleep, actually. I got more sleep than is normal. And it was comfortable sleep. So, oh, child. Is there anything else I need to address? Yeah. Okay, yeah, I did. I wanted to address this also. So, if you guys kind of know, if you know what I'm rocking with, the songs that I choose literally are timeless. And you're going to find all types of music on my playlist, but it's kind of all relative, right? So I tried out another song the other day, and I thought it was just the cutest thing, but then I'm thinking of the message behind it, but then I'm also thinking in terms of growth, the way people are, how we grow from a little girl to a teenager to da. And at some point, you do become oh my goodness, pink sneakers, da. And you kind of go into your material girl phase like that. But I think one of the things that we might be missing is you don't stay there. But I feel like we got there. We got all types of Barbie dolls and, I'm a space cadet, whatever they got, you know what I mean, stuff like that. So I'm trying to figure out I want to make sure a real story is told. So it is evident that you don't stay there. All right. So that's one of the things that I'm looking at in terms of certain things. The other piece to it is I'm a snap show. So if you ain't got nothing for me to work with, right, I don't want to be out here I don't want, let's put it this way. We're being dragged online, right? You're in a dead industry. There's no money. We're going to fall back on other stuff and develop where we are now into something so lit, because right now ain't nobody checking for y'all but these kids, right? And the only reason why they checking for y'all is because you got a tagline is like so lit, right? So you got some weird kid telling some person is supposed to be lit. You know, I'm telling you, you ain't lit, I am, like that. So I need something like that. That's where I am. I need snaps. I need, like, not diss songs, but a diss line, right? And on top of that, the other piece to it is I don't know who owes who, what, where, how. But the estates that y'all be getting these samples from, they supposed to be making money off this, right? But if you ain't making no money and ain't nobody playing your music, like, so I need this is what I need. There's a couple of things that I'm looking at, right? So usually I'll use Vevo. They got clean videos. I can find a clean cut, but I still like using a local artist that so-called upload the music. Now, the ones that I use all the time, they're very, to me, reputable, right? That's what they look like. And I use them all the time. I get the content that I need from them. So you'll see usually Vevo or somebody else or whatever other channels. You'll usually see those are the ones that I use, right? But the channels that I do use, what I'm looking for, I need a beat, right? I need a beat with a loop. The loop got to have the sample, and it got to have something that the rapper said. Everybody on that track got to make money in like one line that I could loop. All right? That's the only way I can really keep this clean. So I don't want y'all dissing each other, but I like, listen, when it comes to taglines, me, child, I will rip up, and they knew that. And that's why I said, I know what's going on. I'm going to find out who's who. All right? Because this is ridiculous. It's out of control. Another thing this helps me with, see, Vevo is supposed to be legit. Some of these pages that I'm grabbing music from, they're not legit. Right? So for all I know, I got Vevo. They supposed to be clean on the surface. Because if you go inside, you can find a whole bunch of stuff with all these companies. But supposedly they're clean. Well, I'm almost out of time. Then I go in and maybe they ain't clean. I don't know. I go in. Who's this money going to on these other pages that I'm grabbing music from?